Good morning.
Good morning.
It's recording.
Okay,
Okay.
thanks.
Awesome.
I'm gonna share my screen because it has the agenda on there.
All right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the February SEC Outreach Committee meeting. I will start by calling the roll. Obviously, I am here. Councilman Walton
Present.
and Councilman Betts. Not
Hey,
here.
Sabrina, I have to take a step away for 1 second.
Sure. I'll just wait. We'll wait.
Do you want me to put the meeting minutes up on the screen, Sabira, or when you do the vote, you just want to vote on them?
You can put them on the screen. I think that would be good.
Okay. Oops. Hold on. I thought I had them there. Oh, there. Okay. Sabira, do you want to email me the plan so I can put it on the screen when, Councilman Walton comes back?
It's still kind of rough. I don't know if we
Okay.
should, yeah, I emailed it to you already.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yes. I already sent it.
I don't see it in my inbox.
All right. Yeah,
Odd.
send it again.
Weird, it's not coming through. That's weird.
I sent it again.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, I'm sorry about that.
No problem. Christina, minutes.
Yep.
Alrighty. So, I will make a motion. I think we need to review the minutes, the approval of the minutes from the December 9th meeting. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I'll second. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. And all right, so we have approved the minutes. Can you pull the agenda back up,
Mhm.
Christina, please? All right. So Councilman Walton, I just wanted to walk through a plan that I kind of like a rough plan that I put together. And I just wanted us to discuss it and then make any changes as we all see fit. So I have this idea of us doing town hall meetings in the DIA communities. I think maybe not all of the DIAs that were originally designated, but at least the ones that are DIAs right now. And I'm thinking about doing this in two phases. So one would be for those of us in the outreach committee and to hold kind of focus groups with some community-based organizations. And we'd ask the SEC staff to compile a list of community-based organizations in each DIA and then share that with the committee. I think for the places that we live, we're pretty familiar, but I think some of the DIAs, I think, for example, like in Norwich and New London and that area, I personally am just not that familiar with it. I think if we could get a list of all of the CBOs, that would be helpful. And then the next piece of that would be, we would do town halls. So I think initially we would set up kind of some small group conversations to get some feedback about, picking a place and like where would be best and what are some of the issues that the community-based organizations are finding. And then the next piece of it would to do, like, for example, I think of New Haven, I've gone to a ton of things at Career High School, right? Big auditor, they have a large space where you could be inside and hear from folks, do it kind of like a public hearing, have each person come up and, give them 3 minutes and they can speak. And for those events, I was thinking we should definitely hire somebody like to record it and like take minutes, take notes, and then also have a translator. So a person with headphones. So we offer live translation for anyone who doesn't speak English. That's what I'm thinking. If we could get them going to maybe once a month in each of these DIAs while the community reinvestment group is kind of figuring out what they're doing, at least we could be listening to the community and getting some feedback and pulling out kind of the high level issues that come up. I think we all know a lot of what some of them are exactly specifically for where we live, but I want to make sure that we're giving an opportunity to places where there might just not be any representation on the committee, so we can go and listen to those communities and hear what they have to say. And I'd love to start this as early as March. I think we have to talk to SEC staff about a budget so we can be able to provide refreshments or whoever shows up and make sure that we're able to get space and all the things that we'll need to do. We'll have to hire a translator and all that. But that's kind of what I'm thinking. If we could start doing that in March and do one every month until we've run through all the DIAs, I think that would be a really good way to start to provide some feedback to the committee on kind of what the community is looking for. Thoughts or any additions to that?
Hi, yeah, good morning. This is Kevin Walton. So I am definitely in agreement, that we need to gather this information from the community. So definitely in support of that. I guess the question becomes, in terms of running these meetings, like in terms of facilitators or some of the things we need to work out, would that be SEC staff? Will we have the ability to hire facilitators? So those are some of the general questions that I have.
Well, I can say I was sharing with Sabira, Ginny had talked to Human Resources yesterday, and she's looking to add 2 new staff positions. One is a community reinvestment program manager, and another one is an outreach program manager. And it is my understanding that those 2 positions will help do the outreach in these communities and would help facilitate those meetings. But I could look into getting a particular facilitator if that's what you are interested in me looking into.
Well, okay, thanks for that information. I guess given the chairwoman's suggestion of starting these as early as March, would those positions be in place by then?
I know we're gonna try to post them as soon as possible. I think at this point, if it's already February 10th, I don't think they will be maybe by the end of March, but I guess I shouldn't speak to that, to something I'm not sure about. So to your point, we may have to look into hiring a facilitator.
Yeah, I think that's fair, right? If you have someone who does the work and doesn't really have any skin in the game, but really about some experience around gathering information from communities and being able to put it, in a summary or whatever bullet points, whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that plan, and I don't want us to wait until we get someone on staff. What if we don't hire the person and then that just continues to push it out? I think we could probably get a short list of facilitators who are available and willing to do it in the short term. I don't know what the process would be, Christina, if we can send those to you or if it needs to be an RFP through SEC. We should just figure that out and get moving on that right away.
Yes, I will look into that.
Okay, great. All right.
And
So I
translators
guess,
too. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah.
Yeah, I will look into whether we need, if we do need an RFP for facilitators and translators, or if we can just pick from a master contract list that the state already has. So I will look into that and get back to you.
And just, we'd love to focus on people of color who are representative of the community, if possible.
Yep.
Yeah, if I may, and I think again, Chairwoman Gordon makes a great point. So when we talk about this community reinvestment, and if we just have this focus, not just about kind of inclusive of getting the funds to the communities and doing really great programs, it's also about the other groups like facilitators and whoever we're using, marketers, who have also been kind of disproportionately impacted, right? Without opportunity. So the opportunity to, when we talk about reinvestment, it's like a big picture of reinvestment. Right. So that would be important that folks, we have a diverse group of people, you know, applying for RFPs, if that's what it is, and looking to hire people familiar, living in those communities, and familiar with the work.
Understood. So anything else, Chairwoman Gordon?
No, I think that's perfect. Thank you for your feedback, Councilman Walton. I think that's good. And if you could just let us know as soon as possible what the process would be, I think both of us would be happy to offer some suggestions if the state doesn't have anything, if the state doesn't have anyone. How do we go about requesting a budget from the SEC to do this? I think it's going to be important to make sure that we're, providing refreshments, and if we have to rent space, we're able to do that like what the process is for us to be able to do that. I'd like to know.
Well, I can say the SEC, as you know, voted on a budget. So I will have to go back, to Ginny and I guess our, finance staff person, Jennifer Stevens, and figure out how much money and if there is money in the budget for this. So I would just have to look into that.
I'm pretty sure there has to be
Yeah.
money. We had a $500,000 contractor that we end up not having anymore. So I'm sure there's money. What I want to know is what the process is to get the resources. I would hope to think that this is not an if, it's just a how.
Yeah. Jennifer Stevens, I don't want to put you exactly on the spot. Do you know of a process, or would that be something that we'd have to reach out to the finance committee for?
I mean, yes, we definitely have the funds for it. Even with before the cancellation of the Camello contract, there was still even extra funds towards marketing, branding, and communications. So I mean, right now there's over 735,000 for that line item. And I'll definitely look into what you want to be done, how we could do it. It will probably have to go through finance, but that's something I'll work with you, Christina, on in the meantime.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay,
All right, perfect. Thank you.
you're welcome.
All right.
All right.
That's all I had. That's all I have on it for today. Anything else, Councilman Walton? Anything?
No, I think that's a good step, and I'm glad to hear that. We'll be able to look and see if we have a budget for this, because I think it's really important that we get the feedback from the communities. I know one of the things from just my experience is that what people don't want is folks coming in trying to, just tell them what they need in their communities. I think we'll get better feedback and more better partners if we come in as partners and collaborators. So I think it's an excellent plan, Chairwoman Gordon.
Thank you so much. Looking forward to working on this. All right, so I think that's it. So I'll ask for a motion for us to adjourn.
So move.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone, and I look forward to hearing how we can proceed and move forward with this.
All right.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend,
Thanks,
everyone.
Thank you so
everyone. Have a
much,
great
Madam
day.
Chair.
Bye-bye.
All right.
And
Thank
thank
you.
you, Councilmember Gordon. Bye.
Hey, Jennifer Stevens, do you want to stay on for a second? Oh, she got off.